I give you Jordi Casamitjana.
Hello, I'll try to be as fast as I can. Sorry about that, because it's going to rain, so I don't want you to get wet. I am Jordi, I am a vegan, and I am an animal rights activist. And this is essentially what this is about. This is not a protest, we are not protesting here, we are not campaigning. We are reaffirming our identity. We are telling the world who we are. We're telling the world what we believe, and we're telling them if you are a decent human being, you probably will join us because what we believe makes total sense. So I'm so happy to be here today because I have these two identities, veganism and animal rights, which I share. They reinforce each other. They all come from slightly different philosophies and movements, but they reinforce each other. And when you have them both, the movement grows. Yeah, I'm so happy to do this talk here today because today is the World Vegan Day, so that identity is boosted because of that. And it's the Animal Rights Month. That's the perfect day to be an animal rights vegan. But we should not forget who we are. Sometimes we do these marches for the outside world, but sometimes we do it for ourselves. We need to remember what does it mean to be an animal rights person. It's easy to forget and to get influenced by other movements that sound the same, but they're not quite the same. So I'm going to be talking to you today about what it is, the philosophy of animal rights, just to be sure that we don't forget it. And I'm going to be describing it in what you call axioms. Axioms are those things that those that follow a philosophy believe. And there are 5 main axioms of the philosophy of veganism. And this is what I'm going to be talking about, so we all remember what we believe. The first axiom is the axiom what we call the axiom of rights, the most important one of all, which is the one that says all members of the animal kingdom are sentient beings with moral rights because they have intrinsic value. This is the most important one because this is the one that says all members of the animal kingdom. We care about all animals. We are not selective altruists. We are real altruists. We don't select the animals we should care for. We care for all of them. So that's important. And because they're all sentient beings, we believe they all have experiences, positive, negative, or neutral, have a nervous system that allows them to decide what to do with those experiences. And they have moral rights. What's rights? Rights is an entitlement to do something, to be someone, to be somewhere. And moral rights means that if that entitlement is stopped, if somebody that has these rights to manifest them, that's a violation. That's something wrong. Morality is all about right and wrong. It's right to allow those that have rights to express it. It's wrong to stop them. And we say that they have moral rights because they are intrinsic. They have intrinsic value. This means we haven't given them these rights. They already had them. 450,000 years ago, Homo sapiens sapiens appeared on this planet. The animals already were had. The rest of animals had those rights already. That's what we call moral rights. We want them to be legal rights too, recognized by law. Most of them they are not yet, but doesn't matter. The moral rights is what we say we definitely know they are. So that's a very important action. We all believe this. This is important for us. The second is also very important. It's called the personhood axiom. And it says, all individual non-human animals are persons who matter as much as the species they belong to. And this is an important one because this is the one that tells us that we are different than other groups like on other philosophies like animal welfare. Persons, we recognize that they are not property. It's another way of saying it. Saying that they are persons is like saying they are not property, they are not commodities, they are not objects. And they are as important as the species. The individuals for us as important. For conservationists, for environmentalists, the species is what they are obsessed about. And the species is just a term defined by scientists to classify organisms. But the species are composed of real organisms that are individuals. If you just don't care about the individuals, you don't care about anything real. So individuals are important. It's here raining again. So, and that's why we do what we do as an animal rights activist. We care about the individuals. We say they are persons. The third one is the axiom of life that says all members of the animal kingdom have the right to life and should not be killed except in genuine compassionate grounds. And this is the one that marks us different than the animal welfare philosophy, because the animal welfare philosophy only cares about reducing suffering of living animals. They don't care about the animal that's already dead, because if it's already dead, there's no animal welfare there. So we do care about death too. Tom Regan, the philosopher Tom Regan, used to say these animals are subjects of life, and they have a memory of the past, and they have plans for the future. And of course they do have that, and we know that. Look at bees. Bees go and collect honey for the winter. They know there is a future. They know there's not going to be flowers there. And birds build nests to reproduce. They think in the future, so killing them is a violation of their rights. And animal welfare people don't care that much about that. They use this concept that we don't believe like humane slaughter. We don't believe that there's anything that is humane slaughter. The fourth one is the axiom of autonomy, that says all members of the animal kingdom have the right to bodily autonomy and should not be exploited. This is the one that says the animals can do what they want with their body, with their secretion, with their eggs, so we should not exploit them in any type of form. Animal welfare people accept exploitation. They're all about cruelty and abuse. We are not about that. These are not the words of animal rights. The word of animal rights is exploitation and death and all these sort of things. And the fifth one, I'm just accelerating so we're gonna get very wet. The fifth one is the action of liberty. It says all members of the animal kingdom have the rights to liberty and should not be kept captive unless for their own self-interest. And this is the one that says animals should manifest their life as they want to do it. They should not be kept anywhere, and they should be able to move wherever they want to move, and they should not be able to be restricted. Of course, sometimes we have to keep them in captivity because we destroy their genes, we change them, we created domestic animals that are no longer what they used to be. And they haven't grown with their parents in order to learn how to survive. So for them, you can't just leave them in the middle of the city. That's why we have sanctuaries, because some captive animals, that's for the self-interest, they need to be kept because they are domestic, they haven't learned. But anybody else should be able to live in the wild, or in whatever place they're comfortable in. And all these five axioms together, they can be summarized with a single word, which is the goal of the animal rights movement, which is animal liberation. Animal liberation is that what we want. We want them not to be confined, them not to be killed, them not to be exploited, them not to be used as if they were properties or commodities. We want them to be who they are. So this thing we've done today to say, this is who we are. We are animal rights activists and vegans. That's what we want for them too. We want them to be who they are. And when we are not reformists, we are not people that want to change things slowly. We want to change things very rapidly. That's why we are abolitionists. We are not reformists. So that means when we say we want animal liberation, and when we want it, we know what we want to say. We want it right now. So just remember, don't forget who you are. Don't get absorbed by the good things about pragmatism and ideological pragmatism and animal welfare. Remember that we're all about rights. Never forget that we're all about rights, and we're all vegans. Thank you very much.